And then came the time in Tuskegee when black people kind of woke up a little bit, you know, and they started to wrestle some of that political power away from white folk. And they started to demand some political input into the system to help to control economics and social benefits and etc. And all of that was just a fight. All of that was a struggle. Tuskegee has fought a lot. And then we finally wrestled away some of that power. It happened in 1972, and all the struggles that led up to that. And not only did we get a mayor, but we got from then on a majority black council. And you know, one would think that once you paid all of those dues, and once you suffered that much, that once you got some black power, as defined by Jane Brown and SNCC back in the 60s, that you would just be amenable to just coming together, unifying, and sharing the fruits of it all. You know, it appeared to me that we've suffered so much down through the years that we're not satisfied if we're not suffering. And we just keep on treating each other the same or worse than Master treated us before. I'm talking about the anatomy of a rape. And I'm going to redefine rape this time. After the 72 takeover and after 2 or 3 different councils, one would have thought that we would take a devastating historical past and we would look at it and we would analyze it and determine what it was. Then we would label it good, bad, or indifferent. And if we could label it good, it appears that we would have taken that, moved it over here in this category, and began to build on it. If it was bad, well then seemed like we would take the bad, you know, sift it like our grandmamas and granddaddies used to do that cornmeal. Whatever came through that could be used and developed into good, we would take that part and kind of slide it over here. I'm talking about the anatomy of a rape. And then everything that was bad, we would do what Mama and them did. Boom, throw it out in the trash can. And then when you got over here in the indifference, we are smart people. We are wise people. We've been dealing with negology for 450 years in order to survive. We've taken lemons and made lemonade out of them for centuries. So we could have even taken the indifference and determine what parts of it could be channeled over here toward this good category to be used. Tuskegee has suffered, you guys. Tuskegee has suffered a lot. And then once we got finished with this category, casted the waste out there, then we take this good and we put it on the table. And we put all of these beautiful minds to work. Tuskegee has, and have always had, some very brilliant people. So brilliant, as a matter of fact, that if unity had been the order of the day, or been possible in Tuskegee, I mean serious unity, then Tuskegee wouldn't have had to suffer so much. And Tuskegee could, in fact, be the black Mecca of the world today. I'm talking about the anatomy of a rape. Now, Frazier, what are you talking about? What kind of rape? You know? Well, I'm talking about the rape of Lucina Williams Dunn. And I'm talking about the ill health, the sadness, and the muck and mire of Tuskegee, Alabama. Back in the good old days when we took the power from the white folk, and we were wrestling over who was going to be boss and everything, I can understand that. And I can understand that people even tolerating that, because we know how greedy people are, and we know how they're going to vie for power in order to control and dominate. But we also know about civil rights protests. We know about human rights protests, and we know about demonstrations. We know about going to jail to demand human and civil rights. So even though you can understand how the greedy among us would have attempted to dominate forever, you just would have to imagine that the sane among us and the wise among us and the learned among us would have tolerated so much from them, but said, hold up a minute, guys, hold up, stand back, stand down. We ain't going to tolerate no mess like that.